Hello.
Hi Mario, how are you?
Okay, and you?
Baruch Hashem, no
Good.
complaints.
Good. And if you complain, does it help?
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
yeah, yeah. Shift the burden, you know.
Yeah. You know what they say is help your Teuten Bankers.
Right to Bankis.
Yeah. Oh, this is a very short class.
15 minutes.
Yeah, because he goes at 200 miles an hour.
We have to go ahead too. Because Sunday you're not, Shabbos you're not going to learn.
Hmm?
Shabbos you're going to learn. Coming up Shabbos.
Our next Shabbos?
Yeah,
I don't think it's what is it called? Yontif. No, it's not Yontif. Well, it's Yontif, yeah.
they should.
We should be off. I don't think we are.
Yeah, so we got to make that Daf.
Hello.
And then
Hello.
Sunday. Then Sunday you don't learn.
Oh,
Sunday's Tisha B'Av.
Sunday Tisha B'Av. For Shabbos we will then.
Maybe yes, maybe no.
Probably. I don't know. He will decide.
We'll
Probably
decide it
on,
on Friday.
probably on Friday he'll decide.
Okay.
Mario, where are we? Mem Aleph?
41.
What?
41.
Okay.
¿Entendiste?
I got new Gemara, huh?
41.
Yeah. Yeah, but I need a new,
A new, yes.
New volume.
a new volume.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Get it. Oh, yeah. You saw about the shooting in Manhattan?
Horrible.
How many,
Terrible.
how many died? 5 people now?
Yeah, plus the shooter.
Plus?
Well, he killed himself, but there's a second shooter that they arrested, and the guy has a T-shirt that says Palestine.
All right, that's
But the guy who killed himself is Japanese.
Japanese?
Well, Tamura, and his eyes are like this.
Gosh. Yeah.
But it may not be anything but a grudge against the NFL, because that's where he went, to the 33rd floor where the NFL is,
Oh, he went to the NFL.
because he used to play football for high school, or college, whatever, and they never gave him a chance to be drafted. I mean, that's what they're saying. But he was carrying, you see the photo on the news?
Yeah.
And he's carrying
A big thing, a big rifle, whatever it was.
whatever it is, it looks like a machine gun.
Totally crazy.
Totally crazy.
And what happened in Cincinnati? It's horrible.
When was that? Yesterday, no?
Yeah. Such a thug.
I just saw in the news the people in the Walmart is. Was it Cincinnati?
Where?
The Walmart knifing.
No, Walmart was not in Cincinnati.
A group of customers went after the guy
Mm-hmm.
with guns. It was in Texas, I think, no?
I don't remember now.
And they arrested him in the parking lot and walked with him because they wanted to tie him up far away from where the people were.
Wow.
Well, they don't mess around with those people that can carry guns.
Yeah, that's a good reason to carry guns.
Yeah.
It's crazy. The guy walks down the street with an AR-15. It's just crazy. It's crazy.
From Memal of 41, we talked about a statue that is, whether it's considered automatically an Avodah Zara. There's a machlokas in the Mishnah that if it's holding something, that the Chachamim say if it's holding a stick or a bird or a globe, then you can assume it's Avodah Zara. Amar Rabba machlokas b'shel kfarim. This is only in a little village. Aval b'shel krachim, big cities, divrei kol mutorim. But if it's at the opening of a big city, then it's not Avodah Zara. My time, Illinois Abdilu was made for beautification. So it implies that in a kfar, there's a mandama that holds that it was also made for decoration. So the kfar vaday lemiflachinu avdilu, but no, in a kfar, certainly statues were made to worship. Rather, we learn halacha in a different way. In a big city, and there was a statue in front of the big city, there was a machlokas between the Tanakam and the Chachamim whether or not it was made lenoi or for Avodah Zara. But b'shel kfarim divrei kol asur. But in a village, everyone held that it was made to worship and it would be asur. The Chachamim omrim ein asurim unless it has a stick or a bird or a globe. Makal sherodes atzmo tachas kolon kolon kamakel. He beats the whole world under his dominion with a stick. Tzipor shetovis atzmo tachas kolon kolon tzipor. Or like he flies over his whole world like an eagle. Kadur shetovis atzmo tachas kolon kolon kadur. He has the globe of the world in his hand. Tana hoisif alei and sayif atorah v'tabas. In another Mishnah, they added that if he's holding on to a sword or a crown or a ring, these are also symbols of Avodah Zara. Sayif, because meikaras are released in Ba'alma. It just was to sort of glorify thievery. No, he uses the sword to kill whoever he wants. Atorah, meikaras are gadol klile be'alma. It's just like a statue of people who make crowns. But no, it's a crown for a king. And tabas meikor over ishtaima ba'alma. For example, they used to use rings, signet rings, not necessarily in dominion. No, but this. In the end, they understood that it represents when a king uses his stempel to execute somebody. Rav Shmuel Omer that whatever he holds makes an avodah zara. Afilu tzor, afilu kisa, even a stone, even a piece of stick. Boy, Ravashi, what about tavas biyodot soa? What if he's holding on to excrement? Yeah, I mean in kulam zilabapi kitsoa. That means he looks at the world, everybody in the world is like Tzoa to him. Odilma, who may desire Bapi Kula Almakitz? Or no, they view him like Tzoa. So Teku, we don't have an answer. Then Hamotze Shivret Slamim. Let's say you find broken pieces of a statue. We don't know whether it was used for Avodah Zarah or not. Harei Mutarin. But Matzah Tavnis Yado Tavnis. Let's say you find a whole hand or a whole foot. Harei Asurin. You have items like that were made as an idol. People worshipped it. Amar Shmuel, afilu shivrei avodah zara. Not just a case of a statue where we were in doubt whether it was ever worshipped. Even you knew for sure that this was worshipped as a avodah zara, but now it's broken into pieces, so it's mutter. Vanantan shivrei tzlamim. Dafka, it's not clear what it was used. Really, the din is that even if you knew for sure it was avodah zara, now it's broken up, you can use it. We needed to see the seifa. That is matzah tavnis yad tavnis regular elu asurin, as opposed to if you didn't find it, if it was just broken into pieces, it didn't look like a yad or a regal, then it would be mutter. It's not. We learned in the Mishnah, matzah tavnis yad tavnis regel. You find a statue that is a whole foot or a yad, so it's asur mitnei shekiyotz b'nevet. These kind of things were worship. But if it's still a broken piece, because you see the foot or the hand still on its basis, on its what they mounted it on. So therefore, it's not shever. It was made exactly like that to be worshipped. Then it would be asur. Itma. Avodah zara shnishtabra me'eleha. Avodah zara that falls apart, it crumbles. We're going to learn later on in the Masechta that the way you're mavatal in avodah zara, if for the goy who worships it, he breaks it. Okay, but then you know for sure it's been broken by somebody. But let's say it fell apart, it deteriorated on its own. Rav Yechon Amar asura. It remains asur. Rav Shimon ben Lakish Amar muteres. Rav Yechon Amar asura dehaloi batla, because no one did an act of bittul of the avodah zara by breaking it. Rav Shimon ben Lakish Amar muteres, because mistama betulam avatala. He clearly, by a person who worshipped it, when he sees this broken statue, clearly is mavatlit. Why? Meimer Amar, the idol worshiper says to himself, he couldn't. This statue couldn't save itself. Lahu gavra matzle. Well, why would we dive into such a statue if it couldn't even protect itself from being broken? Eis for Rav Yechon Reish Lakish. V'rosh Dagon shtei kapos yodav krusos. The Dagon was a fish idol that was worshipped by the Plishtim. So it says the head of the Dagon and its two hands were lying on the threshold. Uksiv akain lo yidrechu kohanei Dagon al miftan beis Dagon. From that time on, the priest of Dagon wouldn't step on the lintel, where the door is. And that's mashma that even after it was broken, they were no covered. Amar lo misham raya. There's no raya there. Hasam meinichenes adogon v'oivnes amifta, because they left worshiping Dagon and they worshipped this lintel. The Amri Hachi Shavkei Surah. That the power of Dagon left the idol Dagon, went into the lintel of the doorpost. Eisvei. So Rabbi Yochanan asked on Reish Lakish, Amotze Shvarit Slamim. We said if you found pieces of an idol, elu mutar, implying Hashiv Avodah Zara Asurin. So that even if it got destroyed on its own. So lo tem Hashiv Avodah Zara Asurin ele emo hat slamim atzman asurin. Don't be medayik to Avodah Zara. Be medayik from a broken tselem to a full tselem. The broken slamim are osir, but the full tselem is osir. Ustamer Rav Meir, Rav Meir, without it holding a bird or a globe or a stick, he answered any kind of statue. Afraid Gemara Rav Yochanan, if you're telling us that our mission is Rav Meir, so Rav Meir Nishmul Rabbanon, so from Rav Meir's Shita, we know what the Rachamim's Shita. Lavam Rav Meir, that Slamim Asurin, yet Shivret Slamim Mutarim. A whole idol is Asur, broken idols are Mutar. So the Rabbanon, Avodah Zara Nami, we would say, He Asur V'Shivre Mutarim. Maybe then we would deduce that the rabbinic Shita is that even we know that something was worshipped as Avodah Zara, its pieces are mutter. So we can't learn like that. Hachi there's no comparison. Hasham by Shivret Slumim, when it's just an idol, we don't know what it was, whether it was worshipped or not. Eimer Sha'avdu, Eimer Shala'avdu. We don't know. Maybe it was worshipped, maybe it was not, wasn't worshipped. And then, so that's one suffix. Vim Timtzum Lomer Sha'avdum, and even according to the Shita that maybe that you think that they worshipped it, Eimer Shabbatlum. The fact that it's broken, they probably mevatel it. So you have two suffix. So sveik sveika. But Avodah Zara, which we know for sure, Avodah Zara that was Vadei Avdua, Meyemer Shabbatla, then you only have one suffix. We don't know. We see it broken. But we don't know if the person was mevatel it. So you only have one suffix. Avi suffix Vadai. Main suffix Motzei B'dei Vadai. One suffix doesn't remove the Vadai. Remember, suffix Daraisa L'chumra. So we have to treat it meaning L'chumra. For the Gemara, ain't suffix Motzei B'dei Vadai? What? A suffix doesn't remove the Vadai status of something? I'll show you it does. Vatanya. Chavir. You have a Jew. We know that he's careful with Trumas and Maestros. Shemes, he died. Viniach Meguram Leaperes. He left a warehouse full of fruit. Afilu in Bnei Yoimen, even though they were harvested that day. And then he died. Harei hein becheskes mutukonim. We don't know. The chazaka is that he gave Trumas and Maestros. V'hacha the Vadai Tfili. Now these are fruits that we know nobody's we haven't seen Trumas and Maestros have been taken. So it started off as Tevel, so it's Vadai Tevel, yet Safik Asrini, Safik Lo Asrini. We don't know for sure he died. We didn't ask him. We don't know whether he did it or not. It's Chazaka that he did it, but it's still a Safik. So the Gemara says no. There's no Safik. Vadai Vadaihu. Shevadai Asrinu. To Rav Chanina Chuzah. The Chaver absolutely without a Safik gave Trumas and Maestros. We have a principle. The Rav Chanina Chuzah. Chazak al chaver shenemotzi dover shenemetukan mitachas yado. A chaver doesn't let something leave its hand without that it takes Trumas and Maestros from it. So we can rely on that chazaka. So it's not sofik mitoch vadai, it's vadai and vadai. That's one answer. V-boy same, different answer. Mikar lo tvili. These pairs were not tevel. It was a sofik tevel. So again, you have sofik v'sofiku. Rav Yoshia Shamar, Mari Modem Atvos Machnis B'mod Shalom. There were ways that a person could trick. He wants to give his animals grain, but not take Trumas and Maestros from it. So he brings the grain with its chaff. They haven't finished the process of miruach and piling it up. Since there's no Gemar Malacha, gathering and Emor and everything, there's no Chiyuv Truma Meiser. So it's Michael Behema, and you didn't have a need to be Meiserid. And therefore, in the beginning, there's no Chiyuv Truma on this Tvua. It's only a Safek. So the Safek that we have, because he's a Chaver, removes it's not Safek Midek Vadai, it's Safek Midek Safek. Excuse me. The Gemara doesn't let up, and it'll ask another kasher that I'll show you that sometimes a suffix can be motzi midei vadai. We'll see what the mice is tomorrow.
Okay,
Same story tomorrow, 7:00.
Survadei.
Sorba at 8:00. We'll continue Schita and Dosh. Mlachas on Shabbos.
Okay.